you mentioned at one time that you were working before we get to that living. You were working for a man in Abuja, and you were not on salary. Hello, guys. You were not on salary. How were you able to do that? Looking at the fact that our youth these days are so money driven. Everybody just want to pick up the box. How were you able to do that?
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. You're welcome, sir.
It's going to be very difficult to convince anyone not to put money first.
Business.
It will be difficult to
Okay.
convince anyone, don't put money first, other thing comes first.
Okay.
Money is important in this
Very,
equation.
very.
We can't take money out from this equation,
I know. Yes, sir.
and that is where we actually get it wrong, to think that you're going to work for money. There are things that are more important than money. There are things that are much more important than money. If you have the basic necessities of life, if you can get that, don't put money first. If you are working for money, you're going to miss it. If you think you're going to make money, you will miss it.
Okay.
Think of how you're going to help people. Yes. Think of how you're going to help, how you're going to contribute, how you're going to make impact.
Yes, sir.
That is what is going to bless you. Yes. As at the time then,
Yes, sir.
sometimes there are months we're working without salary and we just keep pushing, going to work, surviving anyhow we can survive. Wherever you find food you eat. If you don't find, you just keep going. You just keep going. And for me, to be specific, there was no time for resumption. There is no opening time. There is no closing time. Yes. My boss can call me anytime and I close anytime. Sometimes 1 a.m., 12 a.m., I'm still in the office.
My God. Oh, my God.
Yes, I'm still in the office. So that was how we're just doing it. And I built trust.
Oh.
I built
So
trust.
you had an aim. You were aiming at something.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
So I walked to the point that my boss trusted me with everything.
I can imagine, sir.
He can call me anytime. When he's traveling, I was not just an office person, I became a PA. Yes. I became a PA. The first time I flew, I took a flight, it was when I was working with this guy.
Guys, did you hear that?
Yes. It was when I was working with him, and we were going to Kano from Abuja. We were traveling to Kano for a job. So I went with him. So I was traveling with him everywhere at this point. Now we've gone beyond not being paid. At some point, the guy just gave me money, which is much more than salary. So at the beginning, there was nothing was happening. I was worried. I was actually scared. What am I doing? Am I doing the right thing? But everything is about time. Just give it time. Yeah. Let's not put money first. Like I said, money is important. Our aim should not be money. Yeah. If we think of how we're going to help people, how we're going to help the other person's business work, so you're also building your future at the same time.
Wow. Guys, did you hear that? Let's not put money first. Money is very important. Nobody should even confuse you about that. You need money basically for everything, but let's not put money first. Looking at what Doctor just said is what we need to learn from. You worked for a man without him paying you. You didn't think of ruining his business.
No.
Even though you were there. You know, some people, they'll just start stealing money everywhere. They want to close down that business.
In fact, there was a business we went for. When the guy started, as at that time, the guy was not also very
stable.
financially stable. Then he got a time came, he got one of the biggest contracts in Nigeria.
Oh my God.
There was money everywhere.
Hey.
There was money everywhere. So we went to look at this job, and it was a consultancy job, and it was a turnaround strategy we're trying to do for the company. And the guys said the money they were quoting, it's not the kind of money that kind of job my boss wanted to do. But he didn't want to tell them why he was there. So when we got home, he said, look at this idiot. Can you imagine what they were saying? I said, sir, what is that? Festus, you want to do that job, just take it. You and an engineer, I don't want to call names because we are online.
Yeah.
You and an engineer, so person, talk to him. You guys should go and do that job and take the money. We started putting papers together, and that was how we got the job done. Probably one of the first consultancy job we did. And that is where we actually learned consultancy.
Oh my God.
That was where we learned. And I understand the rudiment of consultancy. It was not about money. So after a few years, I had the opportunity to travel abroad. And a year later, I registered my first company. That was in 2010, March 2010.
Guys,
I
are you
registered my
listening?
first consultancy company. And based on the experience I
From
got,
that same company.
sure,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Don't put money first. Wow. I don't even know what to say right now. I'm so dumbfounded looking at how far you were able to come through, through that company where there was no salary, when
Yeah.
you were able to build trust and relationship.
That's
I'm
correct.
sure you're still in touch with that man today.
For sure. Yes. We're still very much. In fact, leaving him was actually difficult because I said, when I presented my case, then I said I was going to travel abroad. He said, for what?
Oh,
I said, I want to go for studies. He said, no, they're not going to allow me go.
really?
Yeah. He said, they're not going to
You're
allow me go.
such a valuable asset to them.
By the grace of God, I was. And he called a meeting and he said, I told him that I'll be leaving. That if they increase my salary, probably I'll be able to stay. I said, sir, it's not about salary. It's about my future and my career. And they said, how much I should just fix my salary. The company will be ready to pay that. I said, sir, it's not about the salary. It's not about the salary. And the HR director at the time and said, okay, if Festus is going, he has someone that he can introduce into the company to take the position. The boss said, no, you cannot do that. You brought in someone years ago and the guy took us to court. Have you forgotten? He said, no, what are you talking about? So when he agreed that, he eventually agreed that, okay, I will travel and come back. He said, on one ground, I have to look for someone I trust that can take my position. I search everywhere. Who can I recommend to do this job? This job that you are not sure if you're going to get salary. If the salary is not coming, are you able to stay? Yeah. Are you able to stay? Can you just wake up early in the morning? The bus is going to travel maybe 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. You have to take a taxi and just go to the office. And they said your closing hour is 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. 1 a.m. you are still in the office.
Looking at the way Nigeria is.
Yes.
Nigeria is not Dubai. 4 a.m. and 8 p.m.
You are still in the office.
You are still in the office.
You know one funny thing?
Yes, sir.
When I got married, I got married on a Saturday.
Wow.
I resumed work on a Sunday. And when I resumed work, he knew that my boss knew I got married.
Of course.
Yes. He said, you can't leave your wife at home. Bring her, let her come and stay with you. I was at work. My wife was there. She sat down quietly. She was there for the whole day.
No. Say for the whole honeymoon.
For the honeymoon. Watching, running here and there, going out and coming in,
No break was given.
There was no break.
What a boss.
There was no break.
Guys, let's be sincere. So many of us will not take this marriage. Looking at how far people prepare for marriage.
Yes.
Wow.
It was that interesting.
It just shows that you have a very high value for your work.
I do, by the grace of God.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
We are so inspired, sir. We are so inspired. And I hope that everyone watching, you're learning something to see that people can be so dedicated to what they love or what they are doing without sentiment, without bias to say, because this man is not doing this, I need to make this company go down. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.